guess if we're going to talk about technical analysis, we should figure out what technical analysis really is, right? In simple words, all it is it's using charts to look at historical price movements to figure out what future potential price movements and prices might be. Right? So there's no complex stuff to it. You're gonna hear me take things down to a pretty simple level. So next slide is kind of what are the tools of the trade, right? So what is it that we're going to talk about when we talk about technical analysis? What can we use? There's a whole bunch of stuff. And you're gonna see over the course of the slides, there's kind of the in-the-box stuff, the normal, everyday things that everybody uses, and then there's this out-of-the-box stuff. So the in-the-box stuff, different chart types. So we're gonna go through that in a minute. We're also gonna talk about different types of indicators. So we're gonna take it today at kind of the 101 level. You're gonna get snippets of 401, but there's a whole myriad of stuff in between. We're gonna have to take a really small subset. Stuff that's out of the box, that's the 401 level, right? It's kind of the stuff that I do that's a little different. It's the stuff that I kind of learned over the course of 30 years, where I looked at things that people did that were the normal uses for these technical analysis tools, and they worked, but not as well as I would like them. So I kind of tore them apart and put them back together and tried to think about them differently and think about them in terms of modern times, right? Because a lot of these tools were created by people back in the early 1900s when markets were developing. Some of them are actually older than that. But the math is sound, right? They're much smarter than I am, so I'll trust their math. The use for it may be a little bit different today because of the way that investors have changed, the way that money has changed the movement of markets. So that's kind of the 401, and we're gonna have little spots in here where we're gonna point out. You're gonna see, if you see a little box next to something, that means that it's an out-of-the-box kind of thought. So it's something that that you won't hear from most people.